Well, would you look at that? The drill came in. This is an older Great Plains. No-till coulters on the front. You can tell it's a little rough. But I think they lost a little bit of money on this deal. I think they're ready to get rid of it or gain my business. Either way, great people to work with. All around great experience. This would be Holgate Implement, Holgate, Ohio. You all need to check them out. Their small dealership used to be Massey. If you know anything about the whole AGCO dealership debacle, we lost a lot of AGCO dealers in our area. We had Homeyers & Sons, were another big AGCO dealer in the area, and they got their dealership revoked. So all we have left is the one location in Liberty Center. So they were an AGCO dealer for some time. Now they have TYM tractors, Great Plains drills, and some other odds and end partial line stuff. I think they do some sprayer parts here and there. But yeah, it's not a perfect unit, but I think it'll put seed in the ground. All that matters is this takes the seed from the bag, puts it in the ground, and something comes up. As you can tell, it's been sitting outside for a hot minute. This was loose. They fixed that. They actually serviced and greased the whole thing for me. I don't know. I mean, I usually don't buy stuff at the dealership, but I know when I bought my round baler, they didn't do all that for me. They went through and replaced any bearings that needed replaced, freed up anything that needed freed up. I think they put a couple new tires on it even. And they didn't even have to do that. I mean, some of these obviously you can tell needs new rubber on it, but a couple of them are missing, so they replaced a few of those. They would have done more if they had more of those in stock. But all in all, I know they took a big hit on this. But I guess we'll see how it works. Obviously, it's not a perfect unit, but man, I'm really happy with the service out of them. They just seem like really good folks. And I'm excited to use it. It has marker arms. I mean, the only thing that could have made this drill here better is if it had a grass box on it. But I specifically wanted something no-till. I'm trying to work with some row crop farmers in the area. I don't have anybody on board yet, but I want to try to follow in wheat with something like teff or oats, or I don't know about millet, if that even work. I know millet would make a decent crop, put up some decent tonnage, but I don't know if it'd put up the quality that'd be easy to market. But I'm all for trying anything, and having this would allow me the opportunity to try to work those negotiations out, if you will, right? It's hard to tell someone, well, if you put a hay crop out, do all the work planting it and everything, and then I'll buy the hay off of you. Well, here I can do everything for them, and my proposal is I'll pay for the seed. If we get a hay crop, I'll take the seed price out of what I would pay out for the standing hay. And if we get a drought or it gets drowned out or I do a bad job planting, nothing comes up, you just get a free cover crop, and I'll just cover the cost of seed and plant it for free, right? So I think I'm just trying to get these no lose situations in for these grain farmers, so we get opportunities to try some different hay crops. That's a big thing we're trying to push here and keep growing our operation. Obviously we just bought some acreage and we picked up some more, it's not cash rent, but a large field that we're going to be buying by the ton. Really excited for that. But those are few and far between, harder things to pick up. But if I can work in on these shoulder season crops, you know, fall and wheat, my only competition is necessarily like double crop beans or fall tillage. And if they can see a bigger return with way less work on their end, I like to say the only work the landowner has to do is sign the back of a check, right? I do everything I want to. That's my argument. I'll do for them. You know, I always try to make sure people come out better working with me than they would anyone else. But I mean, obviously I have enough in there that I can make some money too. But I think this is going to be an integral part to try to grow that side of the business. Obviously we need a drill to plant our own field. I think locally it's going to be about $15 an acre to plant with a drill. To rent one, I still have to have my tractor and fuel. At 42 acres, you do the math, it adds up to be, you know, $600 or so. And I'm planning to do half rate, plant it twice in two directions. This is an 8-inch spacing on the drill. That way we get a thicker stand. So now you double it, and now you're talking $1,200, $1,300. We paid $4,500 for this. So yeah, you could argue maybe not the best investment, but this I think is something that we're going to continue to use. The Coulter Packer was really cheap. It's back there. And then we got the manure spreader. We're going to continue having manure with the goats. The Coulter Packer is one of those one-time use type of things we may not really utilize again. But for $600, I figured it'd be better to own it than rent it, because if you're renting it, I don't know what they rent for, say $10 an acre, like you said, whatever we are at $400. I bought it for $600, and that helps out the balance sheet a lot more than just renting something.